Eh? And that... And how did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Squilliam and Squidward. Squidward. Here we are again. Welcome. Here we are again. Welcome back to Februa-Doki. And this thing, let us get back to it. Right off the bat. Really, right off the bat. I just started the game. Why are you? Great. Wonderful. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? I need to get the book. I could retrieve the book and I put it in my bag. Alright, it's fine. That's it here, right? So next seat next to yours. Yeah. Are you sure? Seem apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's something I'm not very used to. Right. Reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I should understand what Yuri means about reading in company. As if I could see her presence over their shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling's somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. Realizes that she's not looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just It was like I was just baiting in the feeling of something. Yuri, you don't have to apologize, do you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? Slide my desk up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels as though my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes the left arm, holds the side of the book with her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb and after it flips to her side. By holding it like this, we're held even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can see the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I might got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again, our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. Continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page, so I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn out of my own volition. Continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently let go of the page, letting it fly over the side as she catches it with her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this will be a silly thought, but this main character reminds you of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses the things she says and all that. That's what you're talking about. Sorry. Thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. To go down the game theory route and everything and just stuff I've seen among the community, a lot of people have, well, whether it was intended for this or not, that these references or something could be something that's underlying the theme of the game, or is actually the quote-unquote real reality, or their Dan Savato actually was intending that to be the case, or maybe being like a little Easter egg to another book that he actually has, another game that he actually has in mind. But because of the big, huge effect of this game being such a big hit, I think it kind of maybe changed up some stuff, I admit. So Yuri would probably be the quote-unquote main character of the game or something, or whatever, I don't know. It's just stuff people think. That the thing she talked about, Portrait of Markov, is actually a real thing. So I don't know why that came into my head. Are you feeling alright? Here's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Am I breathing? Yuri puts her hands to her chest as to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyways, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Since I'm practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Brendan? Did something happen just now? No, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Monica, I didn't. I have no idea. Everybody's acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. It only does that sometimes there's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Yeah? Should we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. Stand up. Make a mental note where I left on the book and slip it in the back of my bag. Well, let's see. Natsuki. Well, that's about what I expect from someone like you. It's a little blunt. Oh, excuse me, it's not like I said it was bad. It's just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. Oh, eagles can fly. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah, thought you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing's to be sophisticated stuff. People don't even take my writing seriously. Isn't that the poems express themselves? Writing style should make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I would like it to easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be disheartening. Decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. The other nice thing about Februa is it puts more weight on the wordplay. I keep getting annoyed to see, like, is everything going to tilt? Like I said for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. I was bringing up the feeling in the last line. So you did. Guess more went into this than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. Said a humor over the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. When Suka feels proud, then I won't take that away from her. Just Monica. Hi, Brandon. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions to the club, like activities and things we could do better, I'm always listening. Yeah, sure. Don't be afraid to bring yourself right. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Brandon. We're a little embarrassed today, you know? That's sort of a barrier that we can only get past soon. Yeah, that's true. A barrier. Past. Yeah. Good job, Brandon. I was going to ooh in my head while reading it. It's very metaphorical. You had your face. I'm not really sure, but I didn't expect you to do something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. But I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing is for imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't even mean that it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression she's totally just given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head, it's probably much more of an interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so I don't blame her for going on a little strongly. Cute hedgehog face. Like earlier, I think she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for some alone time. I understand that. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize, cute hedgehog face. We still have plenty of time, so more than glad you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose you get to my poem now. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident, so not be good. Well, that's just because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I feel that way, you know. I see. Let's read it then. Hole in the wall. This is different. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there any others in this room? Are they talking? Are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? Is other frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air breath dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, as we call it, so I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style is getting pretty popular nowadays. Now, putting poems, putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines, when performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I've had kind of an epiphany recently. I'm kind of influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, as Monica's like tip of the day. Sometimes you write a poem or your story. Your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Try so hard to make it perfect that you never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot, you're going to get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Just Yuri. Her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I just say that loud? Covers her mouth and ends up covering her face. Bobby? He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. I always get self-conscious when she just completely ignored me in that other room. I'm like, I don't think I ever had that before. I was like, what happened? What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? You used to imaging metaphors and you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? That's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, and what if I excuse? Jason bringing along the promise of breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason why I was able to tell. It's just that these specific writing habits are usually typical of new writers. I never been through that myself, but kind of learned to pick up on them. I think most notable thing writers are new writers that try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they try to pick up a writing style separate from the top matter, they form fit the two together. It reveals both the style and expressiveness of a weekend. When Siri finds a train of thought, her demeanor totally changes. Her stamina is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes from practice and learning by example and trying to get new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. So you could be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. That's fine. I'm sure yours belongs to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'll share my thought process behind it. Okay. This is supposed to be a literature club. Ghosts in the light. Tendrils my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last from many streetlights that was stood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathed, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. Light flickers, I flicker back. I just thought of something. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people think this game, well, if Dan's about had a game, he's obviously going to change to make these characters kind of fit it. But a lot of people think Monica, different thing of the game and stuff. And I already mentioned Yuri being kind of aware of, she might be the main character of the next thing or something like that. But obviously Monica is talking to you or something like that. What about Yuri here with this? She's living in the past. This is the past. And the other thing is the future or something like that. I don't know. It's just a thought, like the ghost under light type thing. I'm sorry, it says terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Maybe it doesn't make any sense. I'm just thinking. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. The short is really descriptive. It wasn't too short. Usually write longer poems. Not at all. Really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I want to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Oh gosh, not the Junko thing. I will review the Blackened before anybody else. Great, now I have that in my head. Okay, who is Monokuma from now on. I played that game. Yes, you can see both playthroughs. I got into that because of this. There's the Toko Fukawa versus Yuri. And I was like, I mean, it's interesting, but I didn't understand what's going on. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to research so I know what I'm talking about. So in order to research who Toko Fukawa was, I watched the entire series of the anime Danganronpa thing, or the first thing. Then I played the game, looked up more stuff about the rest of the series. Then I got finally through part 2, which was a nightmare to go through. It was just like, oh gosh, my head. I have no intentions of playing the third, but that's the whole reason I do that. I go down rabbit holes to learn about stuff. Again, because of this game. That whole thing of Toko and stuff. But gosh. Really, I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you only glance over it after all. I hate Junko, by the way. I absolutely despise Junko. Even the Joker would say, you're nuts. Because, I mean, Joker, he gets angry when he gets defeated. Junko's like, oh, I got defeated? Best feeling ever. She's like, best feeling ever. Just like that totally satisfied meme, like that meme thing, the guy with hands on his face, that thing is just like, best feeling ever. I'm like, I hate you, Junko. I hate everything about you. Yeah, okay, so some symbolic gradual goes. Anger, last one, face comfort, unable to go to the past. Soon be left with nothing. That's not more solemn planning it that way. Is this the past? That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours is impressive, too, so, nah. I mean, technically, would that mean Natsuki is her little sister? I mean, people... If Natsuki said she's the youngest one, I headcanon that she's actually older than Yuri. And if she's... The initial thing she described Portion of Markov as is like someone with a long-lost sister and everything. It would make sense for those two to be kind of sisters, because the eye color type schism. But... I mean, purple-pink, but you can kind of mix it up. I'm just thinking. I wasn't yours, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to do my best for you, Brandon. Ah, me too. Phew. This is everyone. Let's around the room. There's a little more stress than I anticipated. They was judging me for my mediocre writing abilities and for just being nice to one of my opponents will snap to theirs. This is literature club after all. I sigh. Guess that's what you... That did not sound right. Because Mom's writing something in the notebook, mine's lying to Yuri and Natsuki. They begrudgingly exchange paper or sharing their respective poems. They read in tandem, watch the expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow with frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri sighs smartly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively turns the poem to the desk with one hand. Guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? In her head. It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. It just meant language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice? Thanks, but it doesn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Brandon did too. So based on that, I'll kind of give you suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. Appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course will come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Daddy? And Brandon liked my poem too, you know. Even told me he was impressed by it. Suki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh wait, no, that's Yuri's Squidward. That's not what I... Bobby? You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that SpongeBob appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Squilliam and Squidward. Scream Squidward. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was so full of myself, I would deliberately go out of the way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Bobby? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as he started showing up. Now, Squilliam! Squilliam, this doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on someone like that, you really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking to you. Oh, gosh, I'm not saying that. You want to be edgy B-word. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing someone with your sickening attitude. You think you can count your toxic personality just in acting cute? Anything cute about you is hard to try. Well, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Brendan hear everything you really think. I'm sure you'll be head over heels after this. SpongeBob. Or, what would be a female squid name? Squillia? Just say Squillia or something. Squillia, she's just trying to make me look... Squilliam is just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. He started it. I think it's right this time. Yuri. Oh boy, not this again. Ready? 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 Hi! Hi! Here comes Patrick and be like, SpongeBob, let's go outside. Hey Brandon, why don't we go step outside for a little bit? Okay. Sure. Why not? Sorry about that. Yeah, that's yeah, that's funny. Squilliam.